So this is the shape of the coping we are looking to create with this piece, which I'm going to cut. It's the same height, same width. The tools for the job, I've got a 9-inch grinder, adjustable speed spinner, it's like a polishing disc, and a flush cut 5-inch, 4.5-inch blade. So this has got a flush finish, you can cut straight through the stone without having your bolt getting in the way. I did have a 9-inch flush cut, but it's out of action at the minute. Well, these are the tools for the job, and obviously general hammer and chisels, just for breaking it off as you're cutting through. The piece of stone I'm going to be cutting from is this piece. It's a piece of walling stone, but it has the depth, the thickness, the width, the height. As you can see, I marked the angle on already. It's a little sketch what it will look like when it's done. 200mm wide, so I'll cut that. 400 long, and the height is already the same height, 230. So as you're cutting this to length, most of this here will be actually getting removed also, but start with a square block, then put the angle onto it and work your way in. You still mark all the way around, cut your square off, and then start working in from there. So let's get to it. She's an heavy one. So when you're cutting as well, preferably you want to have your stone as level as possible, which will help as you're cutting through with your blade, so you go down flush, plumb. You don't want to be cutting at an angle. As you're cutting, I don't know if you can hear me properly on the mic, but as you're cutting, just want to work your way around on the pencil line and then join your cuts up, and then hopefully it'll just pitch off. So now I've cut around all the way around. Should just be able to get the hammer and chisel into this. Try and turn it so you can see on the camera. Bolster in. And there you have your first piece. You see I've got them around quite flush. I mean, I didn't line up a little bit there, but it's not a problem. So now we've got our block, which then needs the angle putting on. And the next thing, actually, the piece needs to be 200 wide, so I'm going to cut the back off, 200mm. Same again, just mark it up. So 200, you can mark 200 at this end. You just join your marks up, you can scribe a dot down there. Scribe a line down so we're joining the dots. I'll just continue this line around the back. What I'll do, I'll start with the grinder on the back face here. Just work my way in. If you tap in both bolsters, the back should just come off like it so. So now we've got our cube, rectangle if you call it. Just mark on the angle and start working away at this, bringing it back to where it wants to be. This is where the template piece comes in handy. There's an angle on it already. Just mark that and work your way through. Just line the bottoms up so you know it's square. Edges are up. That pencil's seen better days. Try a different one. Now they do have stone yards that do this for you. And they'll make these pieces, but the current situation on this job, I'm building an elevation which has got these pieces damaged. They're already on site, but they're just smashed to bits because they fell off the scaffold, or the building collapsed and the stones fell to the floor, but they suffered some cracks, damage, so they're not usable. And for the time scale of ordering a piece of stone, waiting for it to be delivered, you're talking 4 to 6 weeks. So the quicker solution, the messier solution on my part, is finding a piece of stone I can make one out of and then doing it on site. So once this is done, it'll be going straight up onto the wall where it's needed. So that's the angle marked on that. So what you want to do when you first start cutting this, you're not going to cut it tight to the line. You want to be 10 mil, 15 mil past the line, so you've still got a bit of extra stone to play with, and you work it in to where it wants to be properly. So you try and get as close as you can within reason. So I'm just going to start by chopping this corner off and start working my way in. So it's the same process again. I'll just cut round all the way around on the angle. So you can see just a bit past the pencil line, so all I do now is work this in down to where exactly it wants to be, and then won't be far off. I stuck it down with a spinner. The first cut was actually alright, didn't need to take much off it. Just span it down and now I've got my triangle piece, which will go in a set.